Donald Trump is the rough prophet from the secular caves that came out in order to say to hell with public opinion and media. I'm going to do what I know is right, and I'm going to say what I know is true. What a fascinating personality. Meanwhile, we have our dim-witted rank and file leadership in the church that is constantly embarrassed over something he did. Well, guess what? If I was Newsweek or if I was National Esquire, I would probably do a whole bunch of articles on Samson and his torrid history with Philistine babes. Still doesn't mean he ain't anointed, and he'll take out those Philistines. So Donald Trump is actually doing a brilliant job. Everything he's doing. And what I'm finding is Christians, leadership, many Christians in leadership are escaping into a fake awakening and a fake revival. Listen, man, Martin Luther King did not make progress for the African American community by revival meetings in his church. He actually made progress by a bus boycott. And he had to take his prophetic message out to the streets where it elicited the violent opposition of people who were demonized in their prejudice. I'm telling you something. It might be that the greatest awakening we have, the greatest move of God we have, is when Christians stop burying their head in the sand and waiting for God to do some supernatural revival goop, and actually take the courage of the anointing and the boldness to take a stand for truth regardless of the consequences, and begin to stand so strongly that when opposition comes, instead of crumbling, instead of freaking out, instead of thinking we're doing something wrong, we actually allow ourselves to stand together. And let the malice and the insanity of the Antifas of this world, the Soros-funded loony bin, let them show up in the public square like the dogs and the hoses that went after the African-American community who were simply singing hymns and praying and standing for their rights. We should not allow our freedoms to be so easily gobbled up by the counterfeit religion of progressive leftism, which is communism.